What is up, YouTube, Husky bass heads? Thanks for watching this video. Got another video in our installment today. We're pulling everything out of that car and loading it up with something bigger, right? Two 12s on a 6K like before, but in a really big box, tuned in the dirt somewhere. Below the dirt. Like that thing's gonna be tuned nasty low, right? We're trying to move some air. We're trying to rattle some body panels, all that good stuff. Well, if you've been following along, you saw in my last video, I built a box, right? We got a 6 cubic foot box, tuned to 20 Hertz. Now that's 6 cubic feet before displacement, but you know, you get the idea. So a huge box. Got that done. The next step in this process is to load that box, put it in the car, put the subs in the box, put the amp in the car, and wire everything up. So that's what we're gonna be doing in this video. Stay tuned. All right, getting a lot done today. I got most of my mess cleaned up in here, but you can see I got, you know, platform. You guys have seen that. We got our fuse block in place, got our grounds connected, ready to go into the amp, and got all our wires cleaned up, right? We got everything all loomed up right here. Got everything loomed up right here so we don't just have all this crap hanging down. You know, I think we're ready to get the box in here. Then that way we can start wiring up the amp and everything. So anyway, guys, you get the idea, right? Like, I'm just running wires. These great big welding cables are kind of a pain in the butt to deal with just because they're not very flexible. And you can see I use some dual inputs here. Probably not necessary. I don't know. I had them, so I thought they looked cool. I don't know. Got the same with my grounds. I'm probably gonna have to get some furls for those because I don't like how messy that looks. But anyway, we got 4 power runs fused up. Then we got 4, so a dual input there, grounds. And then I just got my bass knob and my RCAs wired up, you know, and then there's my remote. So you guys get it. You don't need to watch me do all that. You just kind of wire everything up where it's supposed to go. Oh, and we did get this sub put in. I didn't get a ton of video of that just because it was me kind of crawling into the box. Anyway, I'll explain that to you guys right now. So, about to put the speaker terminal in there. You can see I got these two positives, 2 negatives coming off of here. Then we can just, you know, run our lead from the amp right to the box. So basically you just fish these through here. Right, and then that's going to go right there like that. Still got to get some screws to, you know, screw that into place, but you get the idea. So, man, we got 1 sub in there, and I'm using 1/4 bolts. So let me see if I can get a picture of that. Yeah, see? So I'm basically having to use a wrench on the top and hold a backup socket on the bottom, basically reaching in this hole, leaning over the sub box. Kind of a pain in the butt if I'm being honest with you, but man, I need to scratch that off. But anyway, it's in there now. And the way we're gonna get that sub is I'm gonna be reaching in that hole to hold my backup, and then both subs are gonna be in place, and we're gonna be done with that headache. Okay, so a little hiccup here with the port. Got my port here. Yes, that thing is 30 inches long. We're gonna be tuning to 20 hertz. Well, I'm not gonna be able to put the inside bell inside there, see? I made my hole big enough for this, not for that. With the idea that I would put the bell on, like reach into the box and put the bell on and then slide it in. Well, I can't do that. I have to pull that sub to do that. And if I do that, pull that sub and then put the bell in there, then I have no hole to put the sub back in. So anyway, we're just gonna have to leave it unbeveled, unbelled out at the end, which really isn't a big deal. And I am gonna use threaded inserts on these holes. That way this port will be removable. I can just run a 1/4 bolt in there with a threaded insert. Well, I wasn't able to get a ton of this on video because, as you can see, it's kind of drizzling on me. But the last step of this puzzle is to mount this box so it doesn't slide around. So you can see all I did here, I had a piece of angle like that, and I just used 4 1/4 bolts. You know, I ran some threaded inserts into my platform and into my box, and then now I can just bolt that in and out of place. I was going to do one on the other side, but I might have to wait until it stops raining on me to do that. But anyway, well, you know, just to keep that thing in place while I'm driving around, that should do the job for sure. More than enough. Okay, so as you can see, here's those threaded inserts. That's gonna go right there like that, right? Finally stopped raining enough that I could get in here and do this. So see, that goes right in there. That goes right in there. Got my socket. Okay, then this goes in here. This goes in here. See, and I always like to use bolts and some sort of like threaded fastener because I don't like just drilling a bunch of holes in my stuff. I like having things that can be removed and replaced if you need them that way. There we go. See, now that way if I ever need to pull this out, I have mounting holes instead of just running a bunch of screw holes through this thing. Same reason I use them on the speakers, because I don't like just drilling holes over and over and over again into my baffle every time I want to remount my speakers. So anyway, now that thing is nice and secure.